What's up YouTube, Don Corns here today, bringing you a brand new baseball training video. Today I'm going to be talking about a tool that you can buy and modify to work on your batting and your hitting hand-eye coordination. So I picked up one of these a couple weeks ago at, well, more than a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago now at Walmart for 25 bucks. It was a super awesome deal. I went through two of them. They broke pretty quickly, and I'm going to show you why in a minute and how you can avoid it. But basically, I went to return it. They didn't have any more. They stopped stocking them. Couldn't find them anywhere locally, so I ended up finding them available on this website called Home Run Monkey. Bought two new ones. I'm going to show you right now how I modified them so that they're going to last longer this time. But basically, I'll just explain the tee real quick. So first of all, this is a Franklin product. You can check them out on their website. I'm not sure if they still have them on there or if they're still making them or not. I might have just bought the last, some of the last overstock maybe of these. I'm not really sure. But it's got a couple really cool features to it. So first of all, you can bend it back and forth. Basically, if you clip the top of the tee, it's just going to bend around like that. And then also the best part about it is that it's got a spring built into the bottom of the tee right here, attached to a timer. So you put the ball on the top, you push it down, and then it pops up about a foot and a half maybe for you to hit. And it kind of just looks like this on the inside. So you got the gearbox right here, and then you got the spring connected to it. So yeah, this thing is really, really effective. It was really good for my hand-eye coordination, and you know, I was really happy hitting off this thing. And after it broke, it's like going back to a static tee. It's just really, really tough to do that because of the just the difference in the ability that's required to hit the ball. So anyway, I did make a tee that was going to get me by, and it was actually really cheap. You can check out my other video that I made showing you how I made that tee. But I'm just going to talk about this one real quick. About what you can do to make sure it doesn't break in a hurry like my previous ones did. So this is just the oldest one that I had recently broke. Basically this part ended up cracking right here where the bottom of the stem meets the spring housing, I guess. This part is made of hard plastic, whereas this stuff here is more well, maybe the top part here is softer plastic, but this part here is still really hard. So basically, if you do end up clipping the tee, all the energy from that clip will basically come to a head right at this one point right here, which is what's going to break your stuff. So other than that, dust and dust and grit and all that from the baseball diamond when you're kicking up dust, all that around the home plate, you're gonna get dirt and stuff in here. So what you really want to do, so yeah, basically, let me just expand on that real quick. You're gonna get dust inside this part right here, which is where the gearbox is housed, and this is just plastic pieces in here. So basically, the sand and the dirt comes in here, gets in there, and then some of your teeth will start to break off on your cogs there, and then your timing mechanism won't work anymore. So once that happens, it's pretty much a useless tee because there's way better options for having a static tee. So basically, you want to prep it just like I did right here. First, you want to take some tape, put clear tape all around this piece here to cover up the seam so that no sand and dirt is going to be getting in there. Then you want to take a nice thick piece of tubed plastic. So I just took a packaging that a bunch of zip ties that I bought came in, and I cut it in half, used one piece here and one piece here. Basically, I just taped both ends, and then I added some zip ties on top to really get a snug tight grip on it. And basically, that's just going to be protecting the entire part that goes down. So you want to make sure that this part here is not exposed, because that's a really big crack, and everything is going to go down in there and get into the cog timing mechanism. So basically, yeah, I sealed the exterior piece here. I covered this whole area here with like I said, the plastic tubing, and then I also sealed this here with some epoxy and then tape. And then when you take this piece out, the bottom piece that attaches in here, you want to get that cracked too with some epoxy. So yeah, basically I just sealed off everything. The only difference now is that there's not as much air flow for the spring to kind of, if there's not enough air inside the spring box right here, the spring doesn't quite work as effectively as it did before. But the good thing is it will last a lot longer. So I'll just let you get a little look at how this thing works right here. So that's pretty much how it works. It's more than enough height for you to hit the ball. And if you want, you can prop something up underneath the base there, like a small box or a bucket or something. And basically, this is like that's waist height. That's a little bit above waist height where it comes to, So I'm just gonna mark my hand. So that hit me right here. That's about my belly button, So that's enough space and enough time to hit the ball, and you really work on your snap right through the swing zone. So another thing I'm going to mention here is these are the two different bases. You can see how they're different here. So this one is coming from one of, I guess, the first generation of these stands, and personally this one is a lot better. This is just a rubber plate, whereas this one is like a hard plastic, and this one is like really light, really loud and clunky, and this one is really heavy and really soft and quiet. So you're eventually gonna hit the tee maybe once or twice or whatever. This thing's gonna get knocked around, and you want the rubber mat. So if you can, try and find one with the rubber mat. But other than that, that's really the only main difference. But make sure you prep the tee. This is a really awesome device, and if they're not really selling them anymore or whatever, then you really want to make sure you make it last. So hopefully Franklin is working on and making some improvements on this so that they can put out this product for people to use that's a little bit better, and people won't have to make these modifications and whatnot. But super awesome device. Like I said, if you want to make a nice cheap $15 batting tee, check out my other video. I did one of those the other week, and yeah, hopefully I can do some more stuff for people to check out. Check out my other vids.